Algeria's former president, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, resigned after weeks of protests on the 2nd of April. Since February, there was an outcry against his 20-year rule following his aspirations to seek a 5th term in office.
The President of the Republic, Mr. Abdelaziz Bouteflika, officially announces today the decision to end his role as President of the Republic to the Constitutional Council effective today.
The ailing 82-year-old leader stood down shortly after the Army Chief of Staff demanded immediate action to remove him from office. 1 week later, Algeria's parliament appointed Upper House Chair Abdelkader Ben Salah to serve as interim president in accordance with the constitution.
Accordingly, the President of the National Assembly, Mr. Abdelkader Ben Salah, shall serve as head of state for a maximum period of 90 days, pursuant to the provisions of Article 102, Paragraph 6 of the Constitution.
However, protesters rejected this installation while gaining momentum, asking for sweeping democratic reforms, calling on the complete overhaul of the old guard, including all those said to have links to ousted ex-President Bouteflika. An election date set for July 4th failed, officials citing a lack of candidates. This was also amid mass protests demanding the exit of the interim president and prime minister. Hundreds of thousands of protesters continue to rally in Algiers to demand the departure of the ruling elite. Interim President Abdelkader Ben Salah subsequently called for another presidential election in September.
I have decided by the constitutional powers vested in me to announce the date of the presidential election. The election will be held on Thursday, December 12, 2019.
Hundreds have flocked to the streets of Algiers, rejecting the upcoming election. For the protesters, they say they have not been offered any real choice in the polls. Continued demands for the so-called ruling elite to quit power have not died down days before the poll. Demonstrations have been taking place since February, almost twice a week. The army has said the vote will be fair and an election is the only way to get out of the crisis. And Algerians are waiting to see what the turnout will be.